in one of the most hostile arenas. So this will be a great test for us to see how we're doing, how we're progressing as a team.
You guys are always a marked team, and you're a marked man in any road environment you go to. But as you make your second round through the Big 12 road stops, where does the Hilton Magic rank with all of the raucous atmospheres you've been a part of?
Yeah, no, Hilton it's definitely a fun place to play. They got a lot of students. I'm glad that the students are making their way back to campus for this one to make it a real good and hostile environment for us. But yeah, no, Hilton's one of the best home court advantages in the country. I think that's why they're 27-0 in their last 27 home games, 9-0 this season. So it'll be a great matchup for us to see where we've come from, since the West Virginia game.
And where you've come from, most noticeably, has been on the defensive end of the floor in terms of improvement. Talk about this stingy Kansas defense of late and where you feel the biggest difference has been.
Yeah, well, I mean, we've clearly not played our best offensively. And, playing for Coach Self, playing for him in practice every day, you start to pick up his tendencies and his qualities. And he loves grittiness. He loves when his team is gritty and really defensive. And, even though, we pride ourselves on offensive execution, he loves, the old-fashioned rock fights and, low-scoring games where teams are really battling out, and whoever's the tougher, nastier, more aggressive team is probably going to win. And he really wants his teams to play like that and win in those games because he wants, that's kind of how he wants his team to be.
No doubt. Saturday in Cincy, certainly a rock fight. That was the lowest opponent output a Kansas team held its opposition to in their home gym since 1963. That's crazy stuff. You wouldn't expect that tonight with some of the firepower Iowa State comes in with. Jones and Jefferson, another week of sweeping the Big 12 honors back on Monday. Tell me about what jumps off the film as you size up the Clones.
Yeah, I think they're touted as, if not the best, one of the best offensive teams in the country, led by their three guards. A lot of talk about them having maybe the best backcourt in the country. So I think it'll be a great test for our guards because, I know how we feel about how we are, especially with our guards and how great they are. I think it'll be a great test for them. Our opponents in the last 3 second halves, they've had a total of 53 points in the last 60 minutes. And so obviously that's going to be a huge test for us to see if we can try to do that again. But I think our offense will show out tonight. I think we'll be really aggressive. Guys will play freely with a lot of confidence because we'll need that tonight.
Tell me about Jefferson, the transfer from Liberty, a big body that's brought a lot to them in the paint and some of the matchup challenges he'll present.
Yeah, they have a couple of big men who are, really stout, big men who, probably aren't the most athletic, but they're just really solid guys who are able to really finish around the rim and are really physical. And that's kind of how Coach Oz at Iowa State really wants his guys. I feel like he's really gritty, plays really hard, and are just really solid guys who they can rely on. And so it'll be a big test for me, Flory and KJ, to see how we play against that. But I think we'll bring the energy out there tonight.
And lastly, it's been 3 games now of having Shaq Moore in the starting lineup. From your vantage point as one of the veteran leaders on this team, how big of a spark has he given you, and what's the key to replicating that over and over again?
I think he's been great for us, especially defensively, in the passing lanes, one-on-one, also just in help defense. He brings a grittiness to the starting five that really helps us a lot. I think that's kind of keyed our defensive starts and kind of really helped us there. But then also offensively, he's another point guard on the floor to help Juan out, kind of just help facilitate. And with his high IQ being so high, really fun to play with.
Should be a big-time matchup tonight. As always, we appreciate the preview, Hunter.
Thanks for Brian. Rock Chalk.
That's Hunter Dickinson. More pregame coming up on the Jayhawks Sports Network from Learfield.
This is Kansas Insurance Commissioner Vicki Schmidt. Success on game day starts with doing your homework. Investing is no different. That's why you should visit smartinvestks.com, an investor empowerment initiative from the Kansas Insurance Department. Whether you are just coming off the bench or are a seasoned pro, smartinvestks.com is here to coach you on how to avoid investment fraud by chalking up the offensive and defensive X's and O's. Have a game plan before you invest. Visit smartinvestks.com. That's smartinvestks.com.
Just like Bill Self and his coaching staff place their best players in the right positions for success, so does the Brush Group with their multifaceted marketing team of Sun Graphics, Don Levy Litho, and Brush Art Corporation. Sun Graphics is the proud printing partner of Kansas Athletics and is known for marketing support that is nothing short of exceptional. Make sure you are scoring with all your marketing efforts by contacting Sun Graphics today. Proud sponsor of Kansas Athletics.
it's time to hear from the head coach himself. Part 1 of our pregame visit with Bill Self is presented by LMH Health. Visit lmh.org.
Well, Coach, a top 10 tilt tonight here in Ames, the highest ranking Iowa State has ever had as they welcome in the 9th-ranked Kansas Jayhawks. Let's open with something kind of fun. You've had some epic battles here over the years. Is 2013, the Elijah Johnson 39-point game, is that still your favorite of the Kansas victories up here? Because you've certainly had some great neck-and-neck battles.
Well, that was a good one. I think the final score in that one, both teams over 100?
You were.
We were.
Yeah.
And we got an unbelievable call late. I can't remember if it could have been a block or could have been a charge, but we ended up getting a call that went our way and then put it in overtime, and then Elijah continued to go nuts in overtime. But I guess that's probably as good as any, because that's probably the one I remember the most. But we've had some good battles up here.
This one on paper, one of the most anticipated, because they're arguably the best offense in America, and you're playing some of the best defense we've seen in a while. Tell me about the Kansas defensive ascension of late and what looks to be the best test you'll have all year with what Iowa State brings offensively.
Yeah, a lot of people think they're as efficient as any team in the country, and they're good defensively too. But we've guarded better. Our energy level's been better. Unfortunately, we had to learn a hard lesson, and it's picked up, and disappointing that it took that to pick it up. But hopefully we can continue it, and you can play really good defense today and get stops, or you can play really good defense today and good players are offensively are just a little bit better than your defense. But this will be a great test for us, and obviously in a juiced up atmosphere. They said the kids have been camping out here since Sunday or something, and it's cold. And they've also had some rule that they couldn't bring in certain type of heating because of the fire concerns in the conditions in the tents or whatever that they were doing. So we got some frostbitten kids up here. It'll be turned up tonight.
If they're thawed out, they'll be angry, that's for sure. Hey, real quick personnel question on you. You mentioned on Hawk Talk on Monday, and I completely agree, the turned up KJ Adams these last couple of games on the glass, playing above the rim. Tell me what he gives this Kansas team when you get that type of effort.
Well, he gives you an air of confidence because he's, the most athletic kid, and he doesn't have to score, even though we'd like that, to play well. He can put himself in positions to score more, but when he's on the glass and when he's competing defensively like he has been, when he becomes a good screener, our team's going to be a lot better, because it's hard to. He's going to play his 28 to 30 a game probably, but those 28 to 30s in there, he needs to be in there. So it gives us the best chance. So, it's to me, it's just him just being who he is. Some shooters need to shoot. Rebounders need to rebound. KJ needs to be a high energy guy.
No doubt. Hopefully more of that tonight. When we come back, we'll break down the Cyclone personnel right after this on the Jayhawks Sports Network from Learfield.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, Built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
Hey Jayhawk fans, it's Coach Self. Here at Kansas Athletics, we know success isn't accomplished alone. It's all about the team. That's why we are proud to team up with Ameritrust Credit Union, the official financial well-being partner of Kansas Athletics. Team Ameritrust knows that every play matters and every moment leads to a winning game plan. They have the resources you need to save, spend, borrow, and plan along your financial journey. Stop by a Ameritrust location today or visit ameritrustcu.org. Together, it's a win. Rock Chalk.
Attempt, all it takes is a moment.
Heather and I had an argument just like any other couple. I was lost. I had snapped. I had a gun and I was going to take my own life. Heather helped me realize that there was still a life to live for the better of myself, my family. My weapon is now safely put away.
A moment of crisis can happen to anyone. Store your guns, locked, unloaded, and away from ammo. Hear more safe stories at endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by Brady and the Ad Council.
You say you never give in to a meltdown and never fill your feed with kid photos. You say you'd never put a pacifier in your mouth to clean it, and never let them run wild through the grocery store. So when you say you'd never let them get into a car without you there, know it can happen. 1 in 4 hot car deaths happen when a kid gets into an unlocked car and can't get out. Never happens. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Get ready for more with head coach Bill Self. Once again, here's Brian Haney.
We continue our pregame conversation with head coach Bill Self and take a look at number 2 Iowa State, their lone loss of the year by a single bucket to number 1 Auburn. A lot to like on this team. They did have a late game day scratch today with Momcilovic being ruled out, so that factors in, but still plenty of firepower even without him.
Oh gosh, yes, and I don't know how they'll do it. They may want to bring Jones in as a starter, or TJ may say, you know what, I love what he gives us as a 6-man so much. Let's just go ahead and bring him off the bench and go with somebody else. But yeah, it's a blow to them because he's a good player and he's a good shooter, but he doesn't key their attack by any stretch. And they still got the best guards. When you talk about Iowa State, you're talking about the 3 best guards on the same team in America, at least in many people's opinions. So they still got those 3 guys.
One of those guys is Lipsey, who a year ago was an honorable mention All-American, a finalist for National Defensive Player of the Year. Speak to what makes him so special.
Yeah, and he's probably their third best guard when you talk about pure talent scoring. But he's a lot like KJ for them. I mean, energy, goes after ball, unbelievable loose ball guy. He's tough. It's amazing. Ames High School has produced Lipsey, Fred Hoiberg, Doug McDermott, and Harrison Barnes. Yep. I mean, can you imagine that? One high school here. So, and I'm sure Hoiberg would say he's the best, but I would take him probably 3rd or 4th in that group. But he's good. But Gilbert's terrific, and Jones is terrific, and they're 2 bigs. Even though they're big, strong guys, their offensive skill is far superior than what their offensive skill was last year in the same positions. Jones, I don't know if you remember Robert Jones, but he was a big, strong kid. Mm-hmm. That they're similar to him defensively, but offensively they're much more skilled.
With that scouting report in mind, biggest keys for a Kansas win tonight:
handling pressure, no live ball turnovers. We can't let their best offense be our offense. We need to play downhill. We need to play fast. We need to play aggressively, obviously. And then they're going to make some shots, but we got to rebound the basketball because their bigs are really good on the glass.
All right, we're looking forward to it, Coach. As always, thanks for the time. Best of luck.
Thank you.
That's head coach Bill Self. More pregame coming up on the Jayhawks Sports Network from Learfield.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining built Ford tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, built Ford tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
Do you have a reason to smile? If you have healthy teeth, you definitely do. And if you're covered by Delta Dental of Kansas, you have another reason to smile. Delta Dental of Kansas has many fabulous dental insurance coverage plans with a range of options to fit your life. You decide what you need. The whole process is so super easy. Plus, Delta Dental has the largest network of dentists in the entire nation. Yep, another reason to smile. Go to deltadentalks.com and click on Shop for Insurance to get started.
The possibility of lung cancer can be pretty scary, especially if you're one of approximately 8 million current or former smokers at high risk. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know that now there's a breakthrough low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early, and it only takes 60 seconds. You stop smoking, now start screening. For an easy quiz to see if you're eligible, visit SaveByTheScan.org. It could save your life. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
I'm a pretty great multitasker. I can wash dishes and do laundry. I can roller skate while walking my dog. I can even order lunch while doing my homework. But I can't use my phone while driving. A distracted driver is one of the leading causes of death in the United States. So when it comes to driving, please, don't be a multitasker.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to Hilton Coliseum. Brian Haney and Greg Gurley with you. Time for our Have a Game Plan segment. Greg always gives us our keys to the game, courtesy of the Kansas Department of Insurance. Reminds you to make a game plan at smartinvestks.com.
Bill just mentioned it with Brian's pregame interview, and it's so key on the road. We've seen turnovers kill us in early December when we lost to Creighton in Missouri. So limit the turnovers. You're going to have turnovers, but limit them, and if you can't be live ball turnovers. How many times over the last couple of years has Iowa State turned us over and gotten easy layups and gotten back in the game or extended their lead? So take care of the ball, no empty possessions. Starting lineups are coming up next. This is the Jayhawks Sports Network from Learfield.
Hi, this is Coach Bill Self. We're used to talking about all things basketball, but right now I want you to hear these 4 important words about the growing crisis of drug overdose. One pill can kill. Kansans are dying every week from drugs laced with deadly fentanyl. Please educate your loved ones to steer clear of street drugs, never buy pills online without a prescription, and always use a reputable pharmacy. Just one pill can kill.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Kansas Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
All right, son. Time to put out this campfire.
Dad, we learned about this in school.
Oh, did you now? Okay. What's first?
Smokey Bear said to.
First drown it with a bucket of water, then stir it with a shovel.
Wow, you sound just like him.
Then he said.
If it's still warm, then do it again.
Where can I learn all this?
It's all on SmokeyBear.com with other wildfire prevention tips, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Are you prepared for an emergency or disaster? Because it's not a matter of if, but when. Don't find yourself saying,
I'll trust water bottles and a flashlight to save the day, but I'll be proved wrong.
With a tornado approaching, I'll realize that I lack a wheelchair-accessible shelter.
When the floodwaters rise, I'll be up in the attic with 20 cans of beans. It's a recipe for disaster.
Let's prepare so we all have a better story to tell. Get started at ready.gov/older adults. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Back alive here in Ames, Iowa at Hilton Coliseum as a top 10 matchup is coming up as the Iowa State Cyclones host your 12-3 Kansas Jayhawks. Take a look at the starting lineups. One change from their normal lineup, well, really two with a Momcilovic out, but Deshaun Jackson, who normally starts, is not getting the start tonight. Take a look at Joshua Jefferson, Taman Lipsey, Curtis Jones, Keyshawn Gilbert, and Brandon Chatfield will get the start. A big banger in the middle, 6'10", 260-pound guy that will be the kind of guy that'll just muscle up with Hunter Dickinson. So they got a little size in there. Jayhawks go with their familiar lineup over the last couple weeks. Inserted Shaquille Moore into that starting lineup along with DeJuan Harris and Zeke Mayo, KJ Adams at the 4, and the big fella in the middle, Hunter Dickinson. This has been the Delta Dental Jayhawks shoot around. The opening tip is next right here on the Jayhawks Sports Network from Learfield.
LMH Health is pleased to announce that the Ortho Kansas team has earned another clinical milestone, the Joint Commission's Gold Seal of Approval for Advanced Total Hip and Knee Replacement Certification. The certification recognizes the highest standards of care during a total hip and total knee replacement, and LMH is one of 2 Kansas hospitals to earn this honor. Get to know the Ortho Kansas team by visiting lmh.org/Ortho Kansas. Ready to schedule an appointment? Give them a call at 785-843-9125. LMH Health, a partner for lifelong health.
When a KU versus K-State rivalry game begins, emotions run high, legends are created, school pride hangs in the balance, memories that last a lifetime will be made, because each game is the most important game in history. At least until the next one. Get in the game with your chance to win up to $50,000. The Rivalry Riches instant ticket from the Kansas Lottery. See kslottery.com for details.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Kansas Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, Built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
Oh, did you get us switched over to shelter insurance?
Actually, I found a deal online.
You did? Does your deal come with award-winning customer service?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Does the deal include a local agent?
Doesn't actually say.
Can we create a customized plan that fits our needs? Let's just call the local shelter agent.
For insurance that fits just right, find a shelter agent near you. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
It's a top 10 tilt amidst the Hilton Magic tonight in Ames as your 9th-ranked Kansas Jayhawks travel to face #2 Iowa State. The Hawks are gunning for a 3rd consecutive road win after Saturday's 54-40 defensive lockdown in Cincy that propelled KU to 12-3 on the season and delivered Bill Self his 600th win as the Kansas head coach. Here's a tip and a steal by Shaq. Up the floor he comes. Right hand layup good. Shaq Moore continues to shine, and the KU lead is 3. One-on-one up the floor. Moore, a jump stop, a floater misses. Right back up and in. KJ Adams with the steal and the stick back. An unbelievable sequence for KJ. A lob. KJ, a slam. He came soaring in like Superman and fires that one home on a 40-foot alley-oop from DeJuan Harris. That 40 points KU held Cincinnati to was the lowest total allowed on the road since 1963. What's more? Well, the last 3 Big 12 games, Kansas has held its opposition to a combined total of just 51 second-half points. Such numbers will be hard to come by tonight as KU tangles with arguably the best offense in America. A Cyclone team that averages 86 points per game and one that has earned the highest ranking in program history. KU holds a narrow 28-24 all-time record here at Hilton, but tonight's road trip to Ames could be their toughest test here ever. It's the Jayhawks and the Cyclones coming up next on the Equity Bank Jayhawks Sports Network from Learfield.
It's time to wave the wheat.
Here comes Kansas. Right hand layup good. A magic act defensively.
It's game time.
Right hand layup good. And KU goes up 4. Drives right side, lobs up, and he throws it down hard. A 2-hand jammer. Will he get it off? He does. He missed it. He missed it. You can rock. Chalk it up. The Jayhawks win.
Live play-by-play action of Jayhawk basketball is brought to you by Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Delta Dental of Kansas. Unleash your smile power. Learn more about individual and family plans at deltadentalks.com. The Kansas Lottery. Download the Play On app and dream bigger. Kansas's 988 hotline. A suicide and crisis lifeline. Call 988-WENDYS, the official hamburger of Kansas Athletics. And by the University of Kansas Health System, the official healthcare provider of Kansas Athletics, together with LMH Health.
Oh my goodness! A 2-hand throwdown! He went coast to coast with a posterizing jam.
Now, Let's go live courtside alongside Greg Gurley. Here's the voice of the Jayhawks, Brian Haney.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Hilton Coliseum. 14,267 strong. The spring semester doesn't start until next Tuesday, but the students have made their way back. Maybe not quite as big of a student section as you might see in a few weeks, but many prioritized this game. Many circled it on their holiday calendar to be back in Ames for that top 10 head-to-head, but they probably didn't know their Cyclones would have the nation's longest current winning streak at 11 straight and would have the highest ranking in school history at the time of welcoming in Kansas. Normally it's the Jayhawks, the higher ranked of the two, but so many great epic battles over the years, and Greg, this one promises to be no different.
Yeah, such a great January hookup. Top 10 teams, and Kansas is kind of the one chasing from behind, but I don't know if Iowa State really feels that way, but they've done it all year. Number 2 ranked team in the country, and offensively and defense, they are really, really good. See what the Jayhawks can do.
Kip Kissinger to put the ball in the air. The toss and the tap, won by Iowa State. Randy McCall and DJ Karstensen, the other two officials, along with Kissinger. Cyclones will attack from left to right as we view the court. Taman Lipsey weaving around the free throw line area, leans in, forces up a shot. It crawls in, and the Cyclones strike first, and that was Curtis Jones that gets it to fall. So 2-0 ISU.
Yeah, Curtis Jones had the dribble pretty much that whole possession, able to post up Zeke Mayo and get it to roll over the rim.
Mayo off a screen from Dickinson, throws back to Hunt, little 12-footer, misses with a brick. Rebound fought for and won by the Clones and Joshua Jefferson, who was the big hero on Saturday in Lubbock. They'll dribble it right side with Curtis Jones. Normally their big spark off the bench. This is just his second start of the year. But again, no Momcilovic. So the Cyclones shuffling up the lineup. They hook a pass inside. Corralled at the feet of Chatfield. He spins, turns, misses. Hunter fighting for it with one hand. And it's knocked out of bounds by Kansas, they say. DJ Karstensen with that ruling. And Bill Self already frustrated with his hands on his hips.
Yeah, Zeke was pretty sure it was off of a Cyclone, so he didn't go after it, but DJ Karstensen keeps it with Iowa State.
2-0 ISU here early. Cyclones driving inside. A pass across the blocks finds Jefferson. Kicks out to Lipsey for 3. It misses, and KJ Adams out-jumps everybody on the defensive glass. Here comes Kansas. Zeke, he wants a 3. He'll get a 3. Zeke Mayo from the corner, and KU has its first lead.
How nice is that? KJ Adams with the rebound. The Cyclone had fallen down, so KJ pushes it and finds Zeke in the corner.
3-2 Kansas. Eshawn Gilbert with the basketball left wing area, plays it to Jones between the rings. Chatfield sets a ball screen. They throw it back to Chatfield. Inside Jefferson, up and under, he misses, and the rebound to Hunter Dickinson. KU wants to push. Harris, his pass deflected, sails out of bounds. It'll stay with Kansas. He was looking for more on the wing.
Yeah, on the defensive end, you can see what Iowa State's trying to do to Kansas, drag Hunter out with Chatfield. But he's not as much of an offensive threat catching off the bounce, so Hunter can gamble a little bit more out top.
3-2 Kansas. Harris has it poked loose from behind by Lipsey. Here they come with Gilbert, back to Lipsey, and he hits the right-hand layup. Lipsey was a finalist for National Defender of the Year a year ago, and you see it right there, picking Juan's pocket from behind.
Yeah, those live ball turnovers that we talked about, and uncharacteristic by DeJuan to be the one to turn it over.
Harris coming off just a 1-assist game on Saturday in Cincy. He did have 6 rebounds, though. 4-3 ISU. Zeke blows by his man, gets right to the rim, but misses a wide-open layup. He was too open, perhaps, but wide open, he misses. Up the floor, Jefferson puts it on the deck, and did he walk? Yes, and traveling is the call.
And when you say wide open, Zeke Mayo with the shot fake, there was nobody within 10 feet. He's kicking himself. Could have had the Jayhawks' first 5, but on the other end, turnover by Iowa State. Kansas will get it back. We talked about how Jackson didn't get the start. It only took 2 minutes and 42 seconds for him to get back in the game. It was late to a meeting issue, so TJ held him out of the starting lineup, but he's right back in there.
He's a load at 6'11", 274. Started his career at Washington State, transferred to Charlotte. Now he's in Ames. He's been all over the map. Harris out to KJ between the rings. KU trailing by a point. Dickinson on the right wing, hands to Zeke. Shot fakes on a three, out to Moore. Shot clock showing 6. Trying to roll one in toward Hunter, and it goes out of bounds off a Jayhawk, they say. A turnover on Kansas.
Yeah, Hunter had his man on his back, and Shaq just put too much zip on it, went right out of bounds. So, a couple turnovers for Kansas early on, one for Iowa State.
4-3 Cyclones. 16:45 to go here in the first half. ISU to Jefferson. Misses from 14 feet. Left elbow. Rebound Dickinson of Kansas. Jayhawks down a point with the ball. Attacking from right to left. And now bumped offline is Mayo. Foul's going to go on Curtis Jones. Jones is coming off a season-high 26 on Saturday. He also had 26 in their elite, or rather a Sweet 16 loss to Illinois a year ago. Big-time scorer in the biggest of games. Shaquille Moore with the basketball for Kansas. Head of the circle, gets a screen, drives left side, tried to elevate and then fire a pass back to KJ. It was battered out of bounds by Iowa State.
So far in almost 4 minutes of offense, Kansas 3 points on a fast break 3. Haven't really gotten anything going in the half-court set.
Other than the blown layup at the rim. Kansas down a point. Dickinson's pass to Shaq is off target and stolen away. Keyshawn Gilbert comes up with the steal. Another KU turnover here early. Inside they go to Jackson to the cup. Right hand runner good. He banks it in. 6-3 ISU. It's a 4-0 spurt for the home team. KJ trying to drive on Jefferson, plays it off to Moore, pulls up from 15, missed it strong. Rebound Jefferson of ISU.
A good shot by Shaq off the screen, just a long off the glass. There's almost a steal by DeJuan.
Harris was poking it loose from Jones. They try to go no-look pass inside. It's tipped by Hunt, stolen by Zeke. Here comes Kansas down 3. 15:35 to go first half. Mayo dribbles in, kicks back out. Now it's Harris on the right wing. He'll drive, throw to Hunt. Right hand layup, good. All set up by DeJuan Harris on the dribble drive.
We need to become better screeners. That was a good screen by Hunt. That allowed a little space for DeJuan. They didn't pick him up, and then when Hunter rolled, it was an easy pitch and catch.
6-5. ISU. Here's a step back 15-footer, in and out, no good from Gilbert. Rebound Kansas. Here come the Jayhawks down 1. 15 minutes to go in the half. Harris weaves in, kicks back out. Shaq Moore fakes on a 3, gets mugged on the wing area by Gilbert and pushed to the ground. The foul will go on Keyshawn Gilbert, and Kansas will have the ball when we come back from this timeout.
Yeah, heated first 5 minutes. Some turnovers by Kansas, but got the 3. Just settling in a little bit of jitters, butterflies, whatever you want to call it. Some careless turnovers, but get that out of your system. Get to the first media timeout, and let's go. First half action is brought to you by Ameritrust Credit Union, the official financial well-being partner of Kansas Athletics, proudly serving Jayhawk fans and the Lawrence community, federally insured by the NCAAM.
6-5, Iowa State leading here early. Neither team shooting it particularly well. 33% for Kansas, 37% for the Cyclones. Hawks down a point, but have the ball when we return on the Equity Bank Jayhawk Sports Network from Learfield.
This patient. His cancer treatment had him in the hospital for a while. One day we learned his grandson's prom was coming up, so secretly we arranged for him and his date to stop by. I'll never forget that night, the smile on my patient's face, the hug that didn't want to end. Sometimes I wonder if I'm doing all I can. Then I help make a moment like that happen, and I know I am.
The University of Kansas Cancer Center. Why would you go anywhere else?
When a KU versus K-State rivalry game begins, emotions run high, legends are created, school pride hangs in the balance, memories that last a lifetime will be made, because each game is the most important game in history, at least until the next one. Get in the game with your chance to win up to $50,000. The Rivalry Riches instant ticket from the Kansas Lottery. See kslottery.com for details.
Do you have a reason to smile? If you have healthy teeth, you definitely do. And if you're covered by Delta Dental of Kansas, you have another reason to smile. Delta Dental of Kansas has many fabulous dental insurance coverage plans with a range of options to fit your life. You decide what you need. The whole process is so super easy. Plus, Delta Dental has the largest network of dentists in the entire nation. Yep, another reason to smile. Go to deltadentalks.com and click on Shop for Insurance to get started.
Hey, Jayhawk fans, it's Devontae Graham.
Devontae drives, scoops, throws up a prayer, and it's answered.
And you're listening to Kansas basketball.
Welcome back to Ames, Iowa. 6-5 Cyclones in front. Number 2 ISU leading your number 9 Jayhawks. Again, if you're just joining us earlier today, the best of the long-distance shooters on this ISU roster, Milan Momcilovic, was ruled out indefinitely. Could be looking at a 4 to 5 week absence with a broken bone in his non-shooting hand. So they're playing a bit short-handed. That's worked out for Kansas at times this year, and at other times it's not. We think back to the West Virginia game. They were down their best shooter and number 2 scorer, and they found a way to win. Hawks were able to capitalize in a later matchup as they went toe-to-toe up against the Arizona State Sun Devils without their best scorer. But tonight, what have you noticed with the absence of Momcilovic?
You know, you just never know. It's kind of like with us when we've had injuries. It's next guy up mentality, and TJ's built a program here where they can afford to lose a guy. They got depth, and it's next man up. Haven't seen a whole lot. Now, as the game goes on and things get a little tighter and there's penetration, they're not going to have that 44% three-point shooter spotting up. So, but again, next man up.
Zeke Mayo out of the timeout, pulls up from 15 and rattles it in. That one off balance and contested, but it goes compared to the open layup.
Yeah, kind of a weird shot. Almost looked like he lost his footing and he didn't elevate on that jump shot, but he was able to get it over the rim and bounce it in, and Kansas gets the lead. There's a cheap foul by KJ, but a foul.
He got tangled up with Jefferson.
And he went to the ground. He knows it's one of those, if a guy gets knocked down by you, you're going to get the call, and he should.
Jefferson's listed at 6'9", 240. I think he looks even thicker.
Yeah, he's a big dude.
He hit the game-tying shot at the buzzer in Lubbock, and then he hit the go-ahead free throws with 4 seconds left in overtime to win at Texas Tech. He's got the ball right now, spinning on KJ, picks up his dribble, throws out to Jackson, right baseline area, drives in on Hunter, has it blocked by Hunt, and Hunt comes up with a rebound. Here comes KU with the ball, leading 7-6. Dickinson, a lob ahead to Zeke, cuts across the paint and curls out to the wing area. Man-to-man defense by ISU, but the ball's thrown away as they try to go inside toward KJ. He couldn't reach Zeke's pass. It's another Kansas turnover, already their 4th.
And when you have a defender on your back and you're pressing up against, you can't lead a guy because it's hard to get off that contact, and Zeke just led him a little too much. KJ would have had a roll to the basket, easy one, but another turnover. At least it wasn't a live ball turnover.
Hawks only average a little more than 10 turnovers per game, but 4 in the first 6 minutes here today. Jackson backing his way down on Flory. Here comes a double-team trap. Throws over the top. It's a 3 launched and bricked by Heisey, and a long rebound collected by Shaq Moore of Kansas.
You know, and there's your difference, Brian. You talked about, is that Momcilovic there shooting at 43% or Heisey?
Exactly. Momcilovic probably hits the shot. Dickinson, 15 feet right, baseline area, kicks it out. Three-pointer launched and missed from Zeke. Rebound goes out of bounds off of Flory, they say, who is battling inside with Jefferson. It's going to be ISU ball. Kansas leading 7-6.
Now, Rylan Griffin's going to check in. Get Shaq Moore out of there, but Rylan's a guy, practice today, everything he shot went in, and I really think Rylan can have a big game here tonight because they're going to be concentrating on Zeke and Hunter, and those other guys can spot up and get a ton of looks. love to see him get 5 or 6 attempts tonight.
No doubt. 7-6 KU in front. Lipsy. Little push pass inside of Jefferson. Goes right to Flory and draws contact and a foul. Shot missed, but free throws coming. As highly touted as Bidunga is, a guy like Jefferson, who's got about 40 pounds of strength on him, he's licking his chops in that one-on-one matchup to take it right at him.
Yeah, and he's an older guy, and he knows how to use it. He knows that Flory's a young, energetic freshman and going to go for shot fakes, and right there is a great example. He just kind of went right into the chest of Flory.
Jefferson, if he looks like he's built like a football player, well, he is. His dad, as he misses the first free throw, played for 3 NFL teams, the Browns, the Raiders, and the Colts. That's Ben Jefferson. Then he had 2 brothers that played collegiate football at USC and Arkansas.
Yeah, and by looking at him, don't be surprised if he plays NFL football in the next couple years. It looks like a tight end to me.
It really does. Hits the second free throw to tie the game at 7 apiece. A football score, if you will. 7-all, 12:55 to go here in the first half. Trap comes on Mayo. He's in trouble. And did he get the timeout? He did. He was about to hop on 1 foot for a travel, but he's bailed out with a timeout. Thanks to the official on the far side of the floor.
Well, they tried to run a double screen. Hunter Dickinson and Flory Bidunga came up, but the bigs for Iowa State forced him to the corner, and Zeke had nowhere to go. And at 6'3" with 2 6'10" guys on him, he was forced to call a timeout right before his pivot foot lifted. And according to 14,000 here in Hilton, it was after.
Randy McCall draws the ire of 14,267 in attendance. 7-all our score, 12:51 to go here in the first half. What can Kansas do to clean things up on the offensive end? Just way too many empty possessions here early.
Yeah, 8 shots, but 4 turnovers, and got to do a better job of taking care of the basketball. The one thing they've accomplished, and it's not a good thing, is they haven't been live ball turnovers with the exception of 1 that turned into a layup. But we got opportunities, and we've been efficient with 3 for 8. We just got to get those opportunities. No more empty possessions.
7-all our score.
And for a very talented Iowa State team offensively, they're 3 for 10. You're doing a nice job defensively, like you've done this entire Big 12 season.
And the Cyclones shoot over 50% from the floor typically and average 86 points per game. Harris, little floater, is good. DeJuan Harris, who hit the game winner on the Clones back in 2022 with the float game again here in 25.
Yeah, Bill just looked at his staff and he's like, if we just set good screens and turn the corner, we're getting opportunities.
Now a ball poked loose by Dickinson, rolls into the backcourt. Jones corrals it there. 9-7 KU in front. Jones spins, shoots, got it. Wow. Rattled around and fell straight through. 9-all. We're tied again.
Yeah, if I'm out on the court right now, I try to get Zeke with Heisey and let him go to work. Here we go.
Backdoor cut to Mayo. This time he makes the layup right on cue, just like Coach Gurley drew it up. And this time Mayo gets the deuce.
Play to matchups. Heisey hadn't played a whole lot. He's in there because of the injury, and Zeke's an established scorer.
Big time rejection by Bidunga on the other end. He fell to the ground though and caught the ball, and that's a travel.
He almost got rid of it, but it's the right call when you fall down like that. If you're on the ground and you catch it, it's not a travel, but if you go to the ground after the rebound, but a really nice defensive play to get the block. Unfortunately got the travel. Iowa State will have it when we return.
Chatfield had daylight for a split second, and then here comes the 5-star athleticism of Flory Bidunga. What an athletic recovery.
Just erased an easy layup for most guys, and that shows you the athleticism and the awareness of Flory Bidunga. Hey, listen up, Jayhawk fans. On game days, stop by Wendy's and buy 1 Baconator and get a second Baconator for just $1. Now let's all cheer for bacon big plays all season long. Wendy's, the official hamburger of Kansas Athletics.
11-9, Kansas in front. 11:46 to go here in the first half of play. Of course, the Jayhawk Network is sponsored by Equity Bank, the bank that never forgets it's your money. EquityBank.com. And Bud Light is a proud sponsor of Kansas Athletics. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Hawks by 2. 11:46 to go in the first on the Equity Bank Jayhawk Sports Network from Learfield.
BMW of Topeka wants you to join the Jayhawks as they drive to the tournament. BMW of Topeka and Kansas Athletics are offering to send you and a guest to the first round games of the tournament at Kansas's location. Jayhawk tournament basketball, travel expenses, hotel accommodations, and a $500 Visa gift card. Visit kuathletics.com/drive to the tournament to enter for a chance to win. BMW of Topeka, 3030 South Kansas Avenue, proud sponsor of Kansas Athletics.
Just like Bill Self and his coaching staff place their best players in the right positions for success, so does the Brush Group with their multifaceted marketing team of Sun Graphics, Don Levy Litho, and Brush Art Corporation. Sun Graphics is the proud printing partner of Kansas Athletics and is known for marketing support that is nothing short of exceptional. Make sure you are scoring with all your marketing efforts by contacting Sun Graphics today. Proud sponsor of Kansas Athletics.
Hey Jayhawk fans, it's Coach Self. Here at Kansas Athletics, we know success isn't accomplished alone. It's all about the team. That's why we are proud to team up with Meritrust Credit Union, the official financial well-being partner of Kansas Athletics. Team Meritrust knows that every play matters and every moment leads to a winning game plan. They have the resources you need to save, spend, borrow, and plan along your financial journey. Stop by a Meritrust location today or visit meritrustcu.org. Together, it's a win. Rock Chalk.
Welcome back to Hilton Coliseum. Kansas has hit 4 of its last 5 shots. If they could just stay away from the turnover bug, they could get some separation. As it stands, 11-9 KU. Iowa State ball coming out of the timeout. With 5 on the floor, Mayo, Bidunga, Adams, Griffin, and Harris.
Yeah, playing out front. Could be more, but Iowa State hadn't got it going offensively yet. But, you know, I guess the story of the game so far is turnovers. You got a lead and you've turned it over 5 times, but we'll get that shored up. The more opportunities you can get. I mean, again, this is a Kansas team shooting 5 of 10 from the field. Got to get more opportunities up on the glass.
They get it into Jones. Corner pocket 3 is buried. And just like that, the Cyclones back in front. He averages 17 a game, typically off the bench. 12-11. ISU.
Yeah, just simple. Throw it into the big guy, and the most dangerous guy on the floor is the guy throwing it in.
KJ tries to split 2 defenders, and he's tripped up. He hit the deck like a sack of rocks, and thankfully the whistle came in from the wing and Randy McCall. 3rd team foul on the Cyclones, and put this one on Watson. Denarian Watson.
Well, the crowd doesn't like it, but they got the benefit of that when KJ tripped their guy, and that's how it works.
KU plays it into DeJuan Harris. Harris driving left paint area, puts up a floater that rattles off, no good. Watson has the defensive rebound for ISU. Up the floor, Jones, transition 3, it's good. Back-to-back 3 balls. You don't want him to get hot. He shoots him at 39%, and the Cyclones with their biggest lead of 4. Zeke, a drive, pulls up, and hits. Boy, that was big to silence the crowd.
Yeah, Zeke just has to take over. We've seen him do that several times. He's so good in a one-on-one matchup. He kind of probes through the defense, gets the defender on his back, and hits you quick.
15-13 Iowa State. Gilbert lobs ahead of Chatfield. Rejected from behind by Flory and out of bounds off Kansas, they say. There was a carom that held up Chatfield just enough to have to gather on the ricochet. That allowed Bidunga to get back and swat it from behind. It continued to pinball after the block, though, and goes out off the Jayhawks. So the Cyclones will keep with 12 seconds on the shot clock. They lob it into Jackson. Dickinson has come in to guard him. Dickinson swiping downward. You always get caught doing that. And there's a whistle and a foul.
Yeah, and against Jackson, if Hunter just went straight up, utilized his 7'2" frame, Jackson's going to have a hard time scoring over him. But like you said, he swiped down. It's going to be a foul every time. Now he's got to be careful that 1 doesn't become 2.
That's his first. First free throw misses with a brick from Deshaun Jackson, who averages 10 points, 5 rebounds per game. Former Pac-12 honorable mention all-freshman team when he was a Washington State Cougar. Second free throw good, pure swish. He's got 3 points, 3-point lead.
A little bit of a full court press challenge challenge that first pass and retreat as Diggy Coit brings it up.
He just checked in moments ago. He was stone cold unconscious in the shoot-around earlier today, hitting 3 after 3 after 3. Maybe a sign of things to come. Dickinson wants a 3. Misses it side iron. KJ was just pushed to the ground blatantly after the play was over by Jefferson. Up the floor, blocked by KJ. He swats it away of Gilbert. What a recovery by Adams. Here comes KJ. He'll drive. He floats, misses, tips the rebound to himself. Then he's rejected, sticks with it again, and this time he's fouled and lands hard on his tailbone. Wow, the all-out effort of KJ Adams is on a completely higher level than anybody else out there. But right now, after an awkward fall, he's very slow in getting up.
Yeah, and Lipsey's got to be careful. Almost got a tee after that. Kip Kissinger showed some restraint. But on the other end, KJ Adams with the block that allowed Kansas to get out in transition. He attacked the glass, but then got it back, went right back after another block, and he landed hard. And I just watched that replay. Lipsey threw the ball at KJ Adams and hit him in the chest.
Free throw is good despite the back pain. Did you see what I saw on the previous trip down the floor? He had stumbled, the play was over, he was on a knee, and Jefferson pushed him all the way to the ground after the ball was already heading back the other way.
Yeah, I did see that, and that's something that's now 2 possessions in a row. There's KJ, though, after falling right on his tailbone, got to be hurting, knocks down both free throws, back within 1.
16-15 Iowa State. Lipsey passes ahead to Jefferson, dumps down to Jackson, wide open. KU switching all 5 spots. He got left wide open, and Jackson puts the Clones back up 3. Griffin rolling off the screen, leans in, floats, fires, and banks it in. What a shot for Ryland Griffin on a driving banker.
We've seen him do more of that lately where he's KJ should have fallen.
Oh, no. Jefferson hooks a pass to Jackson, who's wide open because Dickinson came on the help defense and left Jackson unguarded. And KU trying to get it in, has it deflected out of bounds. And initially they say KU ball, now they say off the Jayhawk. Taman Lipsey set it all up. It's another KU turnover. That'll be their 6th.
And that's where you struggle with Diggy on the floor. A lot of guys can just post a guy up, throw it up top, and there was no awareness by other Jayhawks. They had all run to the other end of the floor and left Diggy on an island. So got to do it. The interior passing by Iowa State over the last 2 or 3 possessions. Kansas really struggled with that.
Jackson from the elbow, spins on Hunt, stumbles. Did he travel? He did.
No,
they call a foul on Dickinson. Wow.
Oh, man.
The Cyclones started walking to the other end thinking that Jackson had drug his pivot foot on the stumble, and then Kip Kissinger says, no, that's going to be a second foul on Hunter Dickinson. He'll have to come off. Thankfully, the Hawks are only down 3, but all the momentum right now on ISU's side.
Well, I just saw the replay, and yeah, his arms are on him, but man, that's a weak call.
Especially for a second foul this early in the half. They get it into Jones. He pulls up from 15, connects. 2 more for Jones, who's heating up. Curtis Jones now is up the Cyclone lead to 5, and he's got 12 of their 22. Juan's pass telegraphed and batted out of bounds. He was trying to force it into KJ.
And if they're going to overplay you like this, we got to get some back cuts. They're challenging everything on the perimeter, and all we're doing is just waiting for the ball to come to us. And we got to do a hard back cut and get to the rim, just like they're doing on the other end, breaking our defense down.
22-17 Iowa State. It's the Cyclones' biggest lead. They are 3 for their last 3 and 5 of their last 7. Harris being guarded by Gilbert, gets around and drives, floats, shoots, misses, but he's fouled. And DeJuan Harris at least initiating some offense there with an aggressive drive. We'll get a couple of free throws.
Yeah, and again, when they pressure you like that, there's opportunities once you turn the corner, and DeJuan took advantage. Maybe a couple free throws set the defense. KJ, I think, is hurting a little bit. You don't see that very often. Ask him to maybe. I'm sorry, I thought he wanted to come out of the game.
Free throw by DeJuan misses. Harris on the season has been a consistent free throw shooter for Kansas. DeJuan shooting him at 86%. That's just his 4th miss all year. 1 more coming. This one misses as well. Not a good start for Dewan. He's going up against stronger, faster guards, and at times has delivered some key moments and contributions, but you hate that 0 for 2 from the free throw line. Jones blows by, floats, fires, and hits again. That was over Harris. 24-17. Curtis Jones has taken over. He's got 14 points. Adams, head of the circle.
Yeah, there wasn't much there, but he's just a scorer.
Storr drives in, cut off by Heisey. Leans in, throws up a prayer that misses. Rebound ISU. Kansas needing a steal from Harris. Nearly got it, but then threw it ahead to a Cyclone. But now it's stolen back by Bidunga. The Clones had numbers, but quick hands by Flory saved it with a steal. Kansas now with 7 turnovers. Get it in to KJ. Lobs a pass over the top. Storr fakes on a 3. Takes a 2 instead. It's good. A.J. Storr from the left baseline. And KU down 5.
Smart play by A.J. There's an illegal screen on Chatfield. That'll take us to the under 8 timeouts. So Kansas gets a bucket and the dead ball foul on Iowa State. We'll have it when we come back down 5.
24-19, Iowa State in front, 7:27 to go here in the first half. The KU Bookstore is the official KU campus store since 1946.
And BMW of Topeka is offering to send you and a guest to a first-round game in the tournament wherever Kansas plays. This offer includes game tickets, travel expenses, hotel accommodations, and a $500 Visa gift card. Visit KUathletics.com/drive to the tournament to enter for a chance to win.
5-point Cyclone lead, 7:27 to go here in the first half. The Equity Bank Jayhawks Sports Network from Learfield.
Hi, this is Coach Bill Self. We're used to talking about all things basketball, but right now I want you to hear these 4 important words about the growing crisis of drug overdose. 1 pill can kill. Kansans are dying every week from drugs laced with deadly fentanyl. Please educate your loved ones to steer clear of street drugs, never buy pills online without a prescription, and always use a reputable pharmacy. Just 1 pill can kill.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Kansas Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
Take a look around and you'll notice something extraordinary. Look at your community, your state, and even farther.
2, 1, and liftoff.
Jayhawks are there. On our 5 campuses across Kansas, we learn to be your doctors, teachers, researchers, champions. At the University of Kansas, we study the past to reshape our future, create jobs for a healthier economy, and discover the advancements that enrich our world. Jayhawks make it happen, 1 rock chalk at a time.
Hi, this is Wayne Selden, and you're listening to Kansas Jayhawk Basketball on the Jayhawk Sports Network.
24-19, Iowa State in front, 7:27 to go here in the first half. Dickinson on the bench with 2 fouls. Kansas as a team with just 4 fouls, but half of them by Dickinson, and the turnovers have been a big issue. They ended up not ruling that a turnover on DeJuan Harris when he was falling out of bounds and threw it right to a Cyclone. So the numbers stayed at 6, but clearly ISU feasting on the live ball turnovers, a big reason why they've gone on this little run.
Yeah, I was hoping we'd kind of take care of the ball a little bit more of the early onslaught of turnovers, but that's their ability to turn us over, turn those into points, and then our interior defense, after we're scrambling a little bit, it's got to get shored up because they're just picking apart that second line of defense once they get past the guards. They've got to do a better job on that back end. And then if you look at it, I mean, you look at Jones and Jones and Jackson. I mean, they're 9 of 10 right now. The rest of the team's 1 of 10. And so got to figure out how to contain those guys and maybe try to get the other guys to beat you. Right now, they're their entire offense, 21 of their 24 points.
For the last 2 weeks in this renaissance of the Kansas defense, we've been hearing about how Shaq Moore can take on the more physical guard, allow Dewan to take a less physically imposing guard. Problem is with these Cyclones, all their guards are quick. All of them can beat you off the bounce or with the shot. Who do you try to put primarily on Jones, as hot as he's been?
Well, I think you can always try KJ.
KJ hooks the pass to Flory, who has it ripped away. He brought it down low, and Heisey pulls it away from the scrum.
Yeah, once you get the ball, there's a step of bounds by Heisey after he got the steal, but Flory gets the ball. He cannot put it down. Like you said, he's got to get it and go straight up with it because there was a ton of white jerseys around him.
Bill Self imploring Flory to be stronger with the ball. Hawks in their road blues, and that's Shaq Moore to bring it up.
And that's the evolution of Flory. We've seen he's a great rim runner, great shot blocker, but at times they're going to take things away from him. And
Right now, the Bears doing a nice job.
Points off turnovers to our 9. Player of the half, got to be Zeke Mayo. He's 5 of 11, 2 of 6 beyond the arc. The only Jayhawk in double figures. Your Old Dominion Freight.
In one of our beautiful apartments or townhomes. At Green Hills, there's something for everyone. Learn more about Green Hills or request a tour at greenhillsrc.com.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by Iowa State University. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
Well, it's number 10. The Kansas Jayhawks, number 2, Iowa State here at Hilton Coliseum tonight, and Iowa State make that number 9, Kansas. Cyclones with a 40-30 lead at the break. Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield knows that quality coverage takes a great team. And with a Wellmark individual and family health plan, you'll get the coverage you need with the doctors you want. Find the right plan for you at wellmark.com/covered. And taking a quick look at our first half stats. Cyclones were 15 of 31 from the field for 48%, 5 of 8 from 3. And 4 of those coming in the hand of Curtis Jones. 4 out of 5 for Kurt. Iowa State 5 of 7 at the free throw line. The Jayhawks 12 of 30 for 40%, 4 of 9 from 3. Couple by Zeke Mayo. And they were just 2 of 4 at the free throw line. Iowa State leading and rebounding 20-15. Each team with 10 first half turnovers, uncharacteristic for both these teams. Iowa State with 6 steals, 5 steals for the Jayhawks. Cyclones blocked 3 shots. Jayhawks blocked 4. So a lot of aggressive play by both teams. Iowa State, as mentioned, winning points off turnovers 15-9, and second chance points 7-5. Individual scoring. Curtis Jones with 20 in the first half, 12 for Deshaun Jackson. And then it really drops off. 5 for Keyshawn Gilbert, 2 for Taman Lipsey, 1 for Joshua Jefferson. And Chatfield, Heisey, and Demarion Watson, who played 5 minutes in the first half and did a really nice job. A couple of rebounds and a block shot. Also did not score. For the Jayhawks, Zeke Mayo, the average is 14.5. Last year's Summit Conference Player of the Year at South Dakota State. He had 12 first half points. Then it was 5 points for DeJuan Harris, 5 points for Rylan Griffin, 4 for KJ Adams. Hunter Dickinson with just 2 first half points and 2 points for AJ Storr. Let's pause 10 seconds to let our stations identify themselves. This is Cyclone Basketball from Learfield. Well, let's check our first half Diamond Vogel points in the paint, brought to you by Diamond Vogel Paints. And Iowa State with the edge there, 14-10. And that is our points in the paint from Diamond Vogel, protecting your home, office, and equipment with quality paints and industrial finishes made right here in Iowa. We're at halftime here at Hilton Coliseum. Iowa State leading Kansas 40-30. Back with more of the halftime show on the Cyclone Network from Learfield.
Just like in the big game, life can throw unexpected challenges your way at any time. That's why it's crucial to have a local and reliable insurance agent coach who's ready to step in at any time. When life calls an unexpected play, your local independent insurance agents backed by IMT Insurance have your back. With them on your team, you'll have the coverage, service, and peace of mind to tackle whatever comes your way. Because when the unexpected happens, you deserve to have the best defense on your side. Visit IMTINS.com today to learn more. With IMT Insurance, you can stay in the game with confidence.
It's the Get Holiday Ready sales event with Hank and Sam from the Ford crew. Today, a new shipment of inventory.
Hank,
think. What's going on?
Another hauler full of new Ford trucks and SUVs, Sam.
So much SUV capability. Is that?
Ford F-Series, the best-selling trucks for 47 years. And a big selection means...
Big savings?
Yep, which means...
It's the best time to buy?
Well done, Sam. And time for America to get holiday ready with Ford.
Based on 1977 to 2023 CY Industry reported total sales.
Go long for season-long foliar disease protection that starts at plant. Only Xyway brand fungicides from FMC provide season-long inside-out foliar disease protection. A single at-plant application provides comparable performance and corn yield protection to that of VT to R1 foliar fungicides against diseases like gray leaf spot, northern corn leaf blight, and more. Visit your FMC retailer or xyway.ag.fmc.com to learn more. Always read and follow all label directions.
Key Cooperative is proud to support Iowa State basketball. Like us, the game has been around for over a century, and like us, it's evolved over time. Key Co-op is transforming agriculture by tailoring technology to the farm. We help growers solve problems, mitigate risk, and optimize crop production, as well as improve efficiencies and soil health. It's a slam dunk. Agriculture is evolving, and so are we. Visit keycoop.com to see how. Go Cyclones!
Well, Iowa State currently a half game out of first. They need to win tonight, and they will match Arizona at the top of the Big 12. Cyclones 4-0 in the league. Jayhawks 3-1. The Cyclones with the lead here, 40-30 over the Jayhawks at the break. Elsewhere in the Big 12, other games tonight, games just getting underway. West Virginia is at Houston. Utah at TCU, and a little bit later it will be Cincinnati at Colorado, a battle of the only two winless teams in the Big 12. Now, Curtis Jones was on fire in the first half. Played 18 minutes, had 20 points, 8 of 11 from the field. And he was a sniper deluxe. Some big contributions from Deshaun Jackson and Demarion Watson. Surprising, first time he's played in a month, and he was solid. Our Hy-Vee halftime interview didn't make it out tonight, as they're doing a little strategy. Our halftime interview is always brought to you by Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. Hy-Vee proudly supports the Cyclones. 40-30, Iowa State leading KU at the break. Back with second half action on the Cyclone Network from Learfield.
Well, it's our biggest harvest ever, thanks to Pioneer brand Z-Series Enlist E3 soybeans.
Yeah, fastest growing trait technology, the new standard for weed control. Amazing yields.
You don't sound happy.
I guess I just hate it when a great season ends.
Hey, remember what Coach said back in high school?
Just wait till next year.
See why more farmers are switching to America's #1 soybean trait technology at pioneer.com/grow-enlist.
Both home and away, Cyclones are making a difference everywhere they go. Through innovation, commitment, and a can-do spirit, Iowa State is uplifting lives in our state and around the globe. When you support students, you're helping send their Cyclone knowledge and pride out into the world. Be part of something bigger. Together, we can help the people and programs of Iowa State University go farther. Join us at MoveWhatMatters.com.
As the world's largest family-owned manufacturer of grain storage, drying, and handling equipment, Sukup Manufacturing Company offers top-notch products that empower farmers to thrive. Take your agricultural game to the next level with Sukup, where innovation and reliability are always a slam dunk. Visit Sukup.com to find your dealer today.
We stand for people, progress and pride.
We're the Iowa Farm Bureau, and we believe in the future of Iowa. We support Iowa schools, provide access to affordable health care, and nurture new business opportunities in rural communities. For more information, contact your local county farm bureau.
You've been listening to the Cyclone Halftime Report. From Learfield, Cyclone Basketball is on the air. Brought to you by Pioneer. What's next happens here since 1926. The Iowa Farm Bureau, celebrating farmers and Iowans who summon the strength to do more, be more. Those who are farm strong. And by Pivot BioProven 40 on seed. Predictable, productive, weatherproof. Learn more at pivotbio.com. You're listening to healthy coverage of the Iowa State Cyclones with Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Choose Wellmark for coverage you can count on. Find your plan at wellmark.com. Now let's join John Walters for the Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield second half.
And the second half that begins with Kansas with the ball, but down by 10 after an 8-0 flurry by Iowa State to close the first half.
Yeah, terrific job defensively, and Iowa State did a nice job on the boards, too, in that first half. They out-rebounding the Jayhawks 20-15.
Yeah, you love that because you knew that'd be a focal point.
Yeah, say in 4 Big 12 games, the Jayhawks out-rebounding their opponents by over 11 per game.
Well, and one thing their opponents have been doing is missing a lot of shots. And Iowa State shot it well down the stretch there. And here comes Kansas with the ball, down 10. Adams has it, shovels it off to Shaquille Moore to the left wing. Now Harris, downloaded Dickinson, attracts a double team and throws it away, trying to throw it to Adams.
Hard double on the low block. Jefferson came over with Chatfield, and if Dickinson makes a bounce pass there, it's probably an easy bucket.
11th turnover for KU. And Iowa State with the basketball. Had a 10-point lead. Lipsy walks it up. Picked up by Harris. Screen out high from Jefferson. Now rolling is Jefferson to the bucket. And he gets the bucket off the assist from Lipsy.
The only help defender was Dickinson. What a great screen by Brant Chatfield.
42-30 Iowa State as Jefferson gets his first field goal. And now Dickinson throws it away. Lipsy the steal. Cyclones with numbers. Lipsy to Jones. Kurt driving. Right of the lane. Cut off by Harris. Now teardrop knocked away and blocked. But Lipsy recovers it. Great hustle play by Lipsy. Now Gilbert lean in 13-footer. Rimming. No. Rebound tipped out. Adams has it for Kansas. Throws it ahead to Moore.
Back-to-back Dickinson turnovers, though, for the Jayhawks.
Moore around the top of the dribble, goes to Mayo in the left corner. He attracts a lot of attention. Jumper over Gilbert, no. Rebound controlled by Iowa State. Jefferson has it and outlets to Jones.
Good hand up on that three-point attempt by Mayo.
Kurt Jones losing the defender on the dribble, takes it to the right side, a little help. Now he hands it off to Gilbert. Cyclones up by 12 and with the ball, 18:30 to go. Gilbert with 13 to shoot. Off to Lipsy, quickly inside to Chatfield. Shovels to Jefferson, 12-footer. Back iron, no. Rebound Dickinson.
Iowa State's had a couple of really good opportunities this half they haven't cashed in on.
Now Dickinson at the other end, takes the dribble to the right side and hands it to Shaquille Moore. Now to Adams. Back out high to Harris. And Kansas trying to get something going offensively. Here's Harris weaving through traffic. Bounces it to Adams, had trouble controlling. Back out to Harris, 8 to shoot it. Harris around the top of the dribble. Bounce pass to Dickinson, low right, jumper good. Hunter Dickinson, just his second field goal. And it's 42-32, Iowa State. Well, keep the pressure up. Here's Lipsy. Off to Jefferson. Now Jones out to collect it. He's defended by Mayo. They each wear the number 5. Kurt Jones gets him on his hip. Gets to the free throw line. 17-foot fadeaway. No. Rebound. Chatfield had it taken away by Harris. Man, Brenton had it, but good job by Harris to dig down and get it. Now Harris leaves it for Adams. Off to Dickinson on the right side. Kansas down by 10 with the ball. Dickinson has it, goes cross court to Harris, left wing. Harris finds Dickinson, quick touch pass to Adams, and he's fouled by Jefferson. And so that's the foul on Joshua Jefferson.
Well, his first.
Maybe Adams wants to be part of the President's Club.
Well, could be.
He took it in on Jefferson that time. And Chatfield's going to come out here, so's Lipsy, as Heisey and Jackson return. Deshaun Jackson had a huge first half for Iowa State. They get it inbounds to Mayo, and he stepped out of bounds. Another turnover for Kansas.
Yeah, again, though, just little things, little defensive pressure. That time, Gilbert attacking and forced Mayo to go just a little wider, and that involved a foot on the sideline.
42-32 Iowa State. Here's Gilbert behind the back on the dribble. Weaving, and now gets it back, finds Jefferson. Free throw line extended left. He goes to work on Dickinson. Jefferson into the paint, bumped out of there. Dickinson, very physical. Jefferson hands to Jones with 4 to shoot. Knocked away from Curtin, stolen. And here's Mayo with a bounce pass ahead to Harris. Had trouble controlling and then almost threw it away, but Adams recovers. Now Mayo, a 3, way out right. Good. Zeke Mayo with 15 in the game. And it's 42-35. He's keeping Kansas in it.
Yeah. I mean, Iowa State's been outscored this half despite 3 KU turnovers already.
Gilbert out high with the basketball.
Cyclones got to have better ball movement.
Here's Gilbert getting Harris on his hip, driving and shoveling to Jefferson. He missed the dunk. And the rebound to Dickinson. Almost threw it away as Heisey almost came up with the interception, and then Harris is fouled on a scramble play by Deshaun Jackson.
Iowa State's going to get Lipsy and Damari and Watson in.
First foul on Jackson.
As they get Hunter Dickinson out. Joshua having a hard time finishing.
There was a great pass as Gilbert got that defender on his hip. Coit's going to return for Kansas.
Yeah, but Bidunga in for Hunter Dickinson for the Jayhawks.
16 minutes remaining in the second half. 42-35 Iowa State. Moore a lob, and Adams lays it in. Bidunga rather, with the finish. And it's 42-37. Now in the left corner, Heisey driving baseline. Pass knocked away. Heisey lets it go out of bounds. Iowa State will keep it. And we'll have a timeout here.
A needed timeout.
Yes, Cyclone lead down to 5 with 15:46 to go. And timeout on the floor on the Cyclone Network from Learfield.
Listen up, Iowa farmers. BW Fusion is here to bring you the best in crop nutrition. Because like Cyclone basketball, we know how to win. Our job isn't to tell growers what to do. We teach and we give them tools to take back control. We create data-backed products designed to maximize their profitability. That's what we mean when we say we're leaders in the field. BW Fusion, proud sponsor of Iowa State basketball. Go Clones!
No matter who you are or what you do, there's a Ford vehicle that can help you own the day. Make life on the go feel like a breeze in the new Ford Explorer. Make tough tasks look easy with the powerful performance of a new built Ford Tough F-Series truck, the best-selling trucks in America for 48 years. Or take your adventures in the great outdoors to a whole new level with our Built Wild family of Ford Broncos. Whether it's for work or play, there's a Ford with a great deal waiting for you at your local Northland Ford dealers. Don't wait, get behind the wheel of a new Ford today, based on calendar year total sales.
Hey Iowa, Austin McCarl here, 4-time Knoxville Raceway Sprint Car Champion, proud father, and fellow Iowan. One thing is for sure, my health matters. That's why I talk to my healthcare provider about vaccines and which ones are right for me. And I know that I will get answers from a person I trust that cares about my health. So whether you're racing towards a victory or cruising through life, remember that a conversation about vaccines with your doctor or healthcare provider could be the winning lap towards a healthier you.
A message from Iowa HHS.
When you live in the Midwest, you're accustomed to leading the nation in certain things, from corn and pork production to eggs and soybeans. And now we're adding another product to that list, clean, renewable wind energy. By investing in wind turbines and partnering with area farmers and landowners, Mid-American Energy is harvesting wind power that's homegrown right in our very own backyard, which not only provides customers with low, stable energy rates, but also the support to make our Midwest communities safer and stronger.
Welcome back to the Walmart Blue Cross Blue Shield. Second half, 15:46 to go, and Iowa State's lead is down to 5 at 42-37. KJ Adams injured on that last play, and he has gone to the Kansas locker room.
Yep, Cyclones just 1 of 5 from the field this half. Jayhawks 3 out of 4. As you know, John, one of the things that I'm seeing offensively for Iowa State or what I'm not seeing, is ball movement. There's been a lot of bouncing, one-on-one, trying to create opportunities, even if it's screen and roll. I think they're going to have to get some side-to-side movement before they go to those actions and try to get to the rim. Make that KU defense spread out a little bit. I think that's something that Coach Nate Schmidt, the offensive coordinator, TJ Otzelberger would be stressing here. Of course, one of the things Iowa State's done a great job of the last, really all year, but especially lately, is those baseline out-of-bounds plays. And they're going to inbound underneath their own basket when play resumes. Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield knows that quality coverage takes a great team. And with a Wellmark individual and family health plan, you'll get the coverage you need with the doctors you want. Find the right plan for you at wellmark.com/covered.
So Kansas has outscored Iowa State 7-2 here in the second half to cut that lead in half.
That's a 7-0 run.
Cyclone Basketball is brought to you by your local Northland Ford dealers. Visit buyfordnow.com.
So Jayhawks go with Dickinson and Badunga. So two bigs.
Yeah, well, Adams out of there.
Yeah.
Didn't see what happened to him.
David Coit in.
Gilbert to throw it in for Iowa State. 12 on the shot clock. And he goes to Heisey, who finds Lipsy right and tried to return it to Heisey, but miscommunication, thrown away, and Kansas gets it on the turnover.
Yep. Yeah, Heisey was cutting to the basket.
So Kansas within 5 and with the ball. And here's Shaquille Moore to the right side. Tamarian Watson picking him up. Comes out to Dickinson. He finds a backdoor cutting Mayo. Knocked away by Heisey and cleared by Lipsy. Cyclones turn him over again. Lipsy driving. Finds Jackson. Shot denied by Badunga. And a tie-up. Alternate possession. Cyclones will keep it. And Kurt Jones is going to check back in.
A good defensive play after that media timeout. Each team turned it over. The defense has been good.
Kurt Jones gets the return pass from Jackson, gets to the free throw line, hooks a pass to Jackson right of the lane. Against Dickinson, Jackson muscling his way in there. And a jump hook with the right hand would not fall. The rebound tipped out to Mayo. And here they come. Shaquille Moore with the Jayhawks down 5. Crosses over, leading jumper, banked it in. Left side, Shaquille Moore with his first bucket, and it's a 3-point game. A 9-0 Kansas run. 14:50 to go. Lipsy around the top with the dribble. Lipsy trying to drive it into traffic. Double clutch shot. Misses. Rebound tipped out of bounds off Watson. It'll belong to the Jayhawks. This is that Kansas defense we've been hearing about over the last 3 games.
Well, giving up 28 points in the second half combined in their last 2 games. Iowa State comes back with Jefferson, Chatfield, and Gilbert.
42-39, Kansas within 3, and they've got the ball.
And the momentum.
And here is Moore, out high with the dribble, shovels it off to Coit. He lost it. Kurt Jones got the steal for Iowa State. Ahead to Gilbert. Another turnover for Kansas. Gilbert the other way. Picks up the dribble, goes to Kurt Jones between the circles. Now to Jefferson at the free throw line. In on Badunga. Jefferson muscles in and scores.
That's a big man basket right there.
44-39.
Stuck the 220-pound Badunga under the hoop.
Jefferson with the only 2 field goals for Iowa State here in the second half. Dickinson underneath the Badunga. He missed the dunk, but it went in anyway. He missed the left-hand dunk, but then it bounced off the rim. I guess he didn't miss it because it fell through. 13:54 to go. Here's Gilbert weaving his way. Finds Chatfield. Shot blocked by Badunga and cleared by Dickinson. And the outlets to Coit. Coit up the right side. Leaves it underneath for Badunga. Knocked away by Chatfield. And he gets the steal. Iowa State takes it away from Kansas again. 44-41 Cyclones. Gilbert down the lane. Finds Lipsy. Reverse layup. Good. Great assist.
Early offense for Iowa State before that KU defense could get set up. Attacked by Gilbert.
46-41 after the Lipsy layup. Here's Moore. Out to Dickinson. Down the lane. Bumps into Chatfield. That was a collision. Now off to Badunga. Left side. Almost taken away. He throws it to Dickinson. Jumper, no. Rebound, Badunga. Back out. Mayo reverses it. Left side to Coit. Lean in. Jumper, no. Rebound. Badunga battling with Chatfield and a tie-up. And on the alternate possession, Kansas will keep it.
A lot of frantic activity.
Oh, man.
Not a lot on the scoreboard here.
46-41 Iowa State, 12:57 to go in the second half. And Kansas will inbound. But Iowa State's continuing to turn them over.
Yeah, and Iowa State's turning it over a little bit, too. Just two this half. But
Harris to throw it in for Kansas. Got it into Badunga. Out it comes, out high to Mayo. He weaves through traffic and then gets his man in the air, finds Dickinson down low. Jump hook left hand, good. Won't count. A foul on Chatfield before the shot. That'll be the third on Brant Chatfield. So Jackson will return for Iowa State. It could be a monumental task to defend Hunter Dickinson down low.
7'1". I mean, I think taller than that.
Badunga had it knocked away by Jefferson, but he recovers. Boy, Iowa State really going for the steals. And now Harris off to the right side to Mayo. Drives right baseline, floating jumper, no. Rebound tipped around, controlled by Jefferson after Jones kept it alive for him. Here comes Gilbert up the right side. Oh, a collision out high. Gilbert has the basketball for Iowa State. Driving it. Down the lane he goes. Double clutch shot. Nobody drew a foul. And free throws coming for Keyshawn Gilbert.
Yeah, foul on Shaq Moore.
Good aggressive take that time by Gilbert. And he'll go to the line.
Two shots. And KJ Adams, who had gone to the locker room, will check in here. So hopefully nothing serious. He's certainly couldn't be too bad. He's going to be coming back in. But that's good news for the senior from Austin.
Free throw Gilbert is good. 6 points for Keyshawn. 47-41 Iowa State.
The Jayhawks now with their normal starting frontline duo, Dickinson and KJ Adams in the game.
Second free throw by Gilbert is right through. And he stretches the lead to 7, 48-41. And this crowd comes to its feet at Hilton Coliseum. 12:18 to go. It's Iowa State by 7. Here's Harris against Gilbert, pressure out high. Harris driving right, all the way in, double clutch shot, banked too hard, rebound to Jefferson. Here comes Kurt Jones the other way. Had 20 points in the first half. Kurt spins. Over to the right wing with it. Throws it out to Lipsy. Taman a shot fake. Now he'll put it on the floor. Get to the free throw line. Backdoor cut. He threw it away. Trying to go to Gilbert.
Yeah, one of those. That's two Taman's thrown away. Both on miscommunications between him and the would-be receiver. That time Keyshawn starts backdoor and he stops. And that's always, they say the turnover's always on the passer. But if you're going backdoor, you have to go.
48-41. Iowa State leads at timeout on the floor. 11:48 to go. Here are names. Cyclones by 7 on the Cyclone Network from Learfield.
We just bought our home and opened a Greater checking account at Greater Iowa Credit Union.
It's a free account that comes with things like ATM fee refunds and the mobile app.
And with high rates of return, it literally pays to have Greater checking.
Which is nice because we just adopted our first family member.
But what's even greater is knowing our money stays right here in our community. Greater Iowa Credit Union. Greater together.
ATM usage fee refunds up to $10 per month when qualifications are met.
Welcome to the Chevy Lightning Round. Guess the clues to win. First team, you're up.
Powerful, commanding, unstoppable.
Silverado.
Adventurous, fun, techie.
Trailblazer.
Stylish, nimble.
Trax.
Innovative, electric.
Blazer EV. Lightning Round champions. You've guessed all the right Chevy clues.
Wherever the year takes you, explore it together in the Chevy of your choice. Click to learn more. More Iowans drive Chevy.
Green Hills is Ames' premier 55-plus life plan community, located just minutes away from Iowa State University. Green Hills offers easy living just the way you want. Enjoy an active lifestyle with a warm water pool, wellness center, lifelong learning opportunities, a movie theater, a pet-friendly community, raised garden beds, walking trails, and so much more. Find the perfect fit for your lifestyle within one of our beautiful apartments or townhomes. At Green Hills, there's something for everyone. Learn more about Green Hills or request a tour at greenhillsrc.com.
Welcome back to the Wellmark Blue Cross Blue Shield second half. 11:48 to play, and it's 48-41 Iowa State in front. The Iowa Farm Bureau celebrates farmers and Iowans who summon the strength to do more, be more, those who are farm strong. Brooke Stonestreet has shown to be one of the best liberos in the Big 12, ranking third in digs as a junior and leading the league as a sophomore. The Kansas native has earned 3 career Big 12 Defensive Player of the Year honors. Stonestreet was named the Academic All-Big 12 First Team in 2023. The Iowa Farm Bureau salutes Brooke and all Farm Strong squad members.
Well, the Jayhawks shooting 50% from the field here in the second half. Their problem, they're 5 of 10, but they've turned it over 6 times here in the second half. Iowa State's turned it over 3 themselves, but the Cyclones have made only 3 out of 12 from the field this half. Well, don't drop the ball when it comes to safety this winter. Schedule an inspection of natural gas-powered appliances like your furnace, water heater, and more. Get more natural gas safety tips at MidAmericanEnergy.com. Well, they've done a good job making life tough for Curtis Jones this half. As Kurt was 8 of 11 from the field. He's missed his only 2 shots this half, but it's obviously a terrific KU defensive team, and they've made it tough on Iowa State this half. Cyclones with just 8 points here in the first 12 minutes.
Iowa State a pretty good defensive team too. And,
no question about it.
Made life difficult for the Jayhawks. Jackson and Jefferson are out there along with Kurt Jones, Lipsy, and Gilbert. And the Cyclones lead it by 7.
So starters out there for both teams.
Harris brings it across for Kansas. Finds Adams out high. Hand off to Moore. He drives to the free throw line, attracts some attention, gets it to Adams. Now Adams to a backdoor cutting Moore. Reverse layup good. Shaquille Moore able to finish, and it's 48-43 Iowa State. 11:23 left here at Hilton Coliseum. Here's Gilbert around the top. Quick bullet pass to the right corner, and Lipsy back out to Gilbert. Defended by Mayo. Now Jefferson out to set a screen, pick and roll. Jefferson into the paint, and his shot was blocked by Dickinson. It's out of bounds to Iowa State with 10 on the shot clock.
Yeah, 7-2. Doesn't need a lot of lift. Long arms, good anticipation, and in the right place to help out with the block.
Well, here goes baseline out of bounds. Gilbert with 10 on the shot clock to bring it in. Lobs to Jefferson in the right corner. Jefferson putting it on the floor. And finds Lipsy, top of the circle, 3 ball, good! Taman Lipsy buries a huge 3, and it's 51-43 Iowa State. That gets this crowd going again. Here's Harris against Gilbert pressure. Spinning on the dribble, Gilbert runs into Dickinson. Now Dickinson, a short jumper, rims in. Man, Gilbert took a shot, and then Dickinson able to finish, and it's 51-45. Gilbert taking a beating there, and TJ Otzelberger letting Randy McCall know it. Here's Lipsy off to the right side, and Gilbert. Keyshawn to the right corner. Lipsy, 3 more. Missing, and the long rebound tracked down by Moore. And here comes Kansas, down by just 6. Dickinson over to the left corner to Harris, drives baseline, got under the bucket, threw it to the right corner, a 3 by Moore, no good. Weak side foul on the rebound as Dickinson was being held, I think, by Iowa State, and the foul's going to go on to Deshaun Jackson. I think Dickinson's trying to upgrade it to a hook and hold, but
4th foul on Iowa State this half. The Jayhawks have only committed 1.
10:07 remaining. They inbound it. And Harris gets it right back, throws it to the right wing, and Mayo. Defended by Lipsy. Mayo bounces it out to Adams. Over to the left side. Dickinson a jumper. No good, and the rebound to Jefferson. Cyclones up 6 with the ball. Gilbert to the top of the circle. Left wing, Lipsy. Shot, thought about another 3. Drove it instead and drew a foul on Adams. Good work by Lipsy.
3 on KJ Adams. 9:46 to play. Brant Chatfield will check in for Deshaun Jackson.
Like Taman's aggressiveness here in this half. Looking to shoot it or drive it, but in an attack mode. And now Gilbert to throw it in. But the Cyclones up 6. Keyshawn takes a look, brings it out to Lipsy. He'll find Jones between the circles. Defended by Moore. Jones around the top of the dribble. Now drives it. Left side fadeaway. No. Rebound tipped out. Gilbert tried to track it down, but Moore has it for Kansas. Ahead to Harris. Harris had it blocked by Lipsy. Great play by Taman. Knocked it out of bounds.
Foul.
Did they call a foul? They did. Okay. Taman commits the foul, his second. And 2 free throws coming then for Harris. I don't know. Like a pretty clean block.
Yeah,
Taman Lipsy.
I think it was.
He did a great job of hanging in the air and waiting for Harris to commit.
I thought.
Then he got a lot of ball. But Harris shoots free throws.
Wow.
DeJuan Harris misses the first. Ball don't lie. 9:29 to go. 51-45 and a TJ Otzelberger timeout right here. So we'll take it with him. Cyclones up by 6, 9:29 to go on the Cyclone Network from Learfield.
You might think Iowa grows corn, but the truth is, corn grows Iowa. Corn can even fuel your drive to watch the Cyclones play when you choose Unleaded 88. It's a fuel that's cheaper, cleaner, and greener. Plus, it's homegrown, making Unleaded 88 the clear choice at the pump and totally worth the hype. So as you head to cheer on the Cyclones this season, don't just fuel up, pump it up with Unleaded 88. Find Unleaded 88 at a station near you. Go to iowacorn.org/88.
As the world's largest family-owned manufacturer of grain storage, drying, and handling equipment, Sukup Manufacturing Company offers top-notch products that empower farmers to thrive. Take your agricultural game to the next level with Sukup, where innovation and reliability are always a slam dunk. Visit Sukup.com to find your dealer today.
We stand for people, progress and pride.
When you're a member of the Iowa Farm Bureau, you're a part of a unique organization. 153,000 families dedicated to your prosperity. From ag marketing seminars and legislative action to affordable health care, student scholarships, and more. Farm Bureau's mission is to help our members prosper. Contact your local Farm Bureau and join today.
Both home and away, Cyclones are making a difference everywhere they go. Through innovation, commitment, and a can-do spirit, Iowa State is uplifting lives in our state and around the globe. When you support students, you're helping send their Cyclone knowledge and pride out into the world. Be part of something bigger. Together, we can help the people and programs of Iowa State University go farther. Join us at MoveWhatMatters.com.
Welcome back to the Wellmark Blue Cross Blue Shield second half. 9:29 to go. It's Iowa State leading at 51-45. They have led most of the way. Kansas has led for a total of 3 minutes and 16 seconds in this game.
Yeah, all in the early stages.
Iowa State has not trailed in the second half in Hilton Coliseum this season.
Well, let's keep it that way.
Yeah, I would like that. 9:29 to go here, and DeJuan Harris will shoot one more free throw.
Yeah.
But Iowa State 4 of 16 from the floor this half.
I'll tell you, Kansas has done such a good job of protecting the rim. 8 block shots in the game, 4 by Flory Badunga. As the freshman, he's been taken to the hoop a couple times successfully by Iowa State, but he's won his share of the battles with 4 blocks. They've altered some shots there as well.
Hey, Cyclones, after the game, stop by your local Hy-Vee where they've lowered prices on thousands of items you use every day. Hy-Vee, dedicated to making your life easier, healthier, and happier. Iowa State's biggest lead was 12. That came early in the second half on a Joshua Jefferson layup to go up 42-30. Harris shooting one more free throw here. Has 5 points on the night. And he missed again, and Jefferson has his 9th rebound.
Oh, DeJuan Harris 0 for 4 from the free throw line.
Wow, thank you. Cyclone lead stays at 6. Here's Gilbert into the front court off a Chatfield screen. Here comes a double team. They get rid of it, and Chatfield saves it for Iowa State. And then finds Gilbert down the lane, pass to Jefferson. Layup good. Joshua Jefferson has 6 here in the second half.
Yeah, just a semi-shot fake, enough to let Hunter Dickinson fly by and able to finish.
And it all started because Chatfield fought for a loose ball. 53-45, and now Lipsy knocks a pass away and out of bounds. It'll stay with Kansas. 8:54 to go. Cyclones up by 8. And despite their shooting woes, Eric, they've been able to keep Kansas at arm's length here in the second half.
Yeah, the Jayhawks got it to 3.
Mayo throws it in to Dickinson. Out high it comes for Harris. He's defended by Gilbert. 15 to shoot it. Harris on the dribble over to the right wing. Jump stop. And now pass cross court to Moore. He has it against Kurt Jones. Down to 7 to shoot. Out to KJ Adams. He drives. Off balance pass down low to Dickinson. Shot blocked by Kurt Jones and cleared by Iowa State. And here comes Gilbert the other way. Gilbert down the lane against Harris. Had to bring it back out of there. Gilbert finds Jefferson to the free throw line, and an open 10-footer didn't take it. Back out to Kurt Jones. Now to the left side. Lipsy a 3. Missing. Long rebound tracked down by Moore. Cyclone lead stays at 8. Here's a drive by Moore. Cut off by Gilbert. Keyshawn's defense has been really good tonight. Left wing, Mayo a 3. No good. Rebound, Curtis Jones. Now, Eric, a good possession here. Get that lead back to double digits.
A good possession ending in a Kurt Jones 3.
That'd be great. 53-45. We're under 8 minutes to go. There'll be a timeout at the next dead ball. Here's Kurt with it, out high with the dribble. Picks it up, goes to the right side, Jefferson. Jefferson finds a backdoor cutting Lipsy off to Chatfield. Tried to dunk it, and was fouled by Dickinson. Brad Chatfield earns a trip to the free throw line. Timeout on the floor. 7:36 remaining. It's Iowa State 53 and Kansas 45. Let's take the break on the Cyclone Network from Learfield. American Equity salutes today's hero of the game. As a proud sponsor of the ongoing recognition of our military during Cyclone games this season, please join American Equity in thanking all who have served our country. American Equity is more than just retirement savings and income products. They're committed to providing you best-in-class service and high-quality retirement income that helps deliver the independence to dream and reach your goals. To learn more about American Equity, please visit their website at american-equity.com.
With their strength and versatility, there's almost no job John Deere compact utility tractors can't handle. With their powerful diesel engines and auto connect system, these tractors make your job easier. From mowing to hauling to snow removal, these machines do it all. And right now at Van Wall, you can get a John Deere 1023E for as little as $135 per month. Stop into your local Van Wall today or visit vanwall.com for more details. Offer ends 2/3/2025. Some restrictions apply. See Van Wall location for details.
Dear winner, Toyota can't get enough of you. Because Toyota's got 25 vehicles with available all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive. And that's more than any other auto brand. From the versatile RAV4 to the Svelte Crown, the sleek Camry all-wheel drive, the Corolla Hybrid all-wheel drive, the rugged Tacoma, the tenacious Tundra, and the spacious Grand Highlander with all-wheel drive to keep you and yours safe. Hey, you bring the action, we'll bring the traction. Always Toyota. Toyota, let's go places. Based on manufacturer's websites as of 10/20/24.
Welcome back to the Walmart Blue Cross Blue Shield second half. 7:36 to go here at Hilton Coliseum. Iowa State up 53-45 on Kansas. Elsewhere in the Big 12, Houston leads West Virginia 36-23 as they approach halftime down in Houston. So a 13-point lead for the Cougars. And Utah leading at TCU 27-23 with 3 minutes to go in the first half there.
Here, The Jayhawks now 7 of 16 from the field here in the second half. Iowa State's defense has picked up. Cyclones, though, just 5 of 18, but still with an 8-point lead after leading by 10 at the break. So find ways to do it. There are a lot of different ways. Iowa State has forced 6 turnovers here in the second half for the Jayhawks. The Jayhawks now with 16 turnovers overall. Jayhawks come in averaging 10. Now, Iowa State also averaging about 10. Cyclones have turned it over 13 times.
Well, Jones and Jackson accounted for 32 of Iowa State's 40 first-half points. They haven't scored in the second half, but Jefferson with 6, Lipsy with 5, a couple of free throws for Gilbert. It hasn't exactly been an offensive shootout here in the second half, as Kansas has outscored Iowa State 15-13.
Well, we've talked quite a bit in our game broadcast this season about all the different ways Iowa State can play to cause problems and put themselves in position to win. And right now, it'll be Brant Chatfield shooting 2. That was the 3rd team foul on the Jayhawks here in the second half. Well, Pioneer brand corn hybrids deliver proven performance bag after bag. Contact your local Pioneer sales rep to learn how you can get the most out of your acres.
Chatfield hasn't scored, got the start here tonight.
It's been productive.
Absolutely, always is. And his free throw attempt is good. 54-45.
If he makes this, Deshaun Jackson will check in.
Second free throw by Brant, right through. And it's a 10-point Cyclone lead with 7:36 to go. And now the fans sense it. They want that knockout punch. Here comes Harris, driving it left, past Gilbert. Leaves it for Adams, into the paint. Adams cut off, brought it back out. Mayo has it. Mayo driving, knocks down Lipsy. Lipsy's hurt. A jumper won't fall. Rebound, Curtis Jones. Lipsy tried to scrape himself off the floor. He took a shot there. Taman's all right. Here we go. It's Kurt Jones with it. Off to Lipsy, down the lane. Pass underneath to Jackson, and he had it blocked by Dickinson, but a foul called. That's going to be the 4th on Dickinson. Dickinson thought he had it cleanly. And Jackson will go to the free throw line and shoot 2 for Iowa State. .708 to go, and the Cyclones back at the line and up by 10. Deshaun's free throw is good. Boy, knocking down free throws, Eric. Such a big deal.
Cyclones have outscored the Jayhawks 10-2 at the free throw line tonight.
And they lead by 11. Second free throw by Jackson. Rims in. 14 in the game now for Deshaun Jackson. And Iowa State leads at 57-45.
This place is so loud right now.
Harris trying to drive it in on Gilbert. Wild shot, no, but a foul called on Keyshawn. And that will send DeJuan Harris to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Oh, man, 86% free throw shooter. He's 0 for 4 tonight.
And it really hasn't been very close on those misses.
Yeah.
First one by Harris is good. (57-46). We have 6:59 to go. Second free throw by Harris. Rims around and out. And the rebound to Marion Watson. Boy, Harris continues to struggle at the line. Cyclones by 11 with the ball. 6:52 to go. Lipsy to Gilbert, top of the circle. Gilbert trying to drive it right into a crowd, knocked away from him. Passmore has it, throws it ahead. Mayo driving, laying it in. 17 in the game for Zeke Mayo. And it's 57-48, Iowa State. Now Kurt Jones, who hasn't scored here in the second half after scoring 20 in the first. Jones, cut off, finds Jackson underneath, shot it over Dickinson, makes it too hard, and Dickinson rebounds.
Oh, I thought that was down.
Yeah, I did too. It was halfway down, and here comes Mayo the other way. Off to the trailer, Dickinson. He finds Griffin, leaning, 14-footer good by Ryland Griffin. And Kansas chipping away. It's 57-50.
Yeah.
They've scored the last 7, or last 5, I should say. Cyclones by 7, 5:56 to go. Lipsy off a double screen out high. Tries to drive it on Griffin. Got by him. Shot blocked by Dickinson, who came over to help. Out of bounds to Iowa State. Jefferson's going to come back here. So's Heisey and Chatfield.
It's the 10th block shot of the game for KU.
Jefferson to throw it in with 13 on the shot clock, and Iowa State up by 7. Brings it into Heisey, left corner, right back into Jefferson. He was being held. And the foul on Storr. Where are we at on team fouls now?
Well, that gets them up to 5.
Okay.
Iowa State has committed 6.
Gilbert will throw it in with the Cyclones up by 7. Got it to Jones, lead-in jumper left baseline, no. And the rebound to DeJuan Harris.
Cyclones just struggling to make shots.
Harris throws it ahead, Badunga the catch, and the finish is good, plus he was fouled. Flory Badunga with a nice catch and awareness, and then he was fouled by Chatfield. That's his 4th. And Badunga will try for a 3-point play with Kansas back within 5.
Yeah, Badunga, 46% from the line.
Watson's going to come in for Chatfield as Iowa State goes smaller, and Chatfield with 4 fouls goes to the bench. So Jefferson moves over to the 5 here.
It's kind of a matchup because Dickinson's out.
Yep. Badunga, a left-hander, as you mentioned, not a great free throw shooter. And his shot attempt misses badly, and the rebound to Passmore. Back out. Kansas another opportunity.
Yeah, Storr just took that ball away.
And here's a drive. Back out it comes. Mayo has it. Mayo jab step, jumper over Watson, no good. Rebound, Harris. DeJuan Harris trying to bring it back out of there. Goes to the baseline. A pass cross court, long 3 by Griffin. No. Badunga missed the tip, and the rebound to Jefferson finally. Jefferson into double digits on the boards. 57-52.
Agonizing possession.
No doubt for both teams. 5-point game. Jones, left wing. See if he can get going here. Here's Kurt driving. Teardrop, left side. Bank, no. Rebound, Watson. And he was fouled. Great job by Demarian to get to the offensive glass. The foul's on Badunga. That'll be his 3rd. And 2 free throws coming for Demarian Watson.
And Demarian has not attempted a free throw this season.
No time like the present. 4:53 to go. Demarian misses the first and stays 57-52. And now Lipsy in for Kurt Jones. Boy, we're down to 4:53 in this low-scoring game.
Cyclones is shooting 21% from the field this half.
And still somehow leading it by 5. Second free throw, Watson is good. He made 1 of 2. 58-52, Iowa State. A 6-point lead with 4:51 to go, and the crowd trying to help right here. Here's Harris around the top with the dribble. Leaves it for Storr, way out right. Storr, jab step 3 on the way. Back iron, no. Rebound, Watson. Demarian doing a great job getting to the glass. Cyclones a 6-point lead in the ball. Here comes Gilbert. Boy, a 3 here would just blow the lid off this place. Wouldn't it? Here's Jefferson driving. Step through move. Left-hander would not fall, but he drew a foul on Badunga.
That's 4.
That's going to be 4 on Badunga. He and Dickinson with 4 each. And Jefferson to the free throw line for Iowa State. It's been a free throw shooting contest here.
So now each team with 7, so it's bonus time. This is a 2-shotter here.
First one by Joshua, missed off the back iron, no good. Some tired guys.
Yeah, 4:23. Each team with 2 timeouts remaining. And you want to do them for strategy. At some point, you almost have to do them for rest.
Yeah.
Especially given the shorter lineup.
Jefferson's second free throw is no good, but the rebound to Jackson, knocked away from him. He got it back. Throws it back out to Gilbert. Big offensive rebound. Now Lipsy a 3. Good! Taman Lipsy. What a time to hit one.
And
timeout call.
What effort, though, by Deshaun Jackson to keep that ball alive after the missed free throw, save it from going out of bounds.
And a timeout called by Bill Self after Lipsy buries the second chance three. 61-52 Iowa State. Taman with 10, and the Cyclones back up by 9 with 4:10 to go on the Cyclone Network from Learfield.
Something big is happening at Hy-Vee. We've just lowered thousands and thousands of prices on thousands and thousands of items in every aisle and in every department. Online, too. And on many of your favorite products, we've even matched prices with some of the biggest discount stores in the country. Because we get it, times are still tough. So we'll continue to work hard to bring you new lower prices on thousands of items. Things are looking different at Hy-Vee. Come see for yourself.
When you live in the Midwest, you're accustomed to leading the nation in certain things, from corn and pork production to eggs and soybeans. And now we're adding another product to that list: clean, renewable wind energy. By investing in wind turbines and partnering with area farmers and landowners, Mid-American Energy is harvesting wind power that's homegrown right in our very own backyard, which not only provides customers with low, stable energy rates, but also the support to make our Midwest communities safer and stronger.
Now's the time to get right with Pivot Bio-Nitrogen. The right source at the right rate at the right time in the right place. Sounds good, right? And now is the right time to act with zero payments, zero interest until December 1st, 2025 on the best source of nitrogen. Talk to your local rep today and learn more about Pivot Bio's 0% financing programs for nitrogen.
Wherever people work, live, or play, there is a plumber and steam fitter who made it possible. In today's business climate, you need partners you can trust. Partners that care about your company and your customers. Partners like the plumbers and steam fitters, Local Union 33. Local Union 33 finds the right people, trains them exceptionally well, and supplies a qualified workforce, whether you need general or specialized skills. For more information, log on to ualocal33.org.
Welcome back to the Walmart Blue Cross Blue Shield second half. They be wiggling in names. Iowa State up 61-52 after a Taman Whoopsie 3 with 4:10 to go. Let's pause 10 seconds to allow our stations to identify themselves. This is the Cyclone Network from Learfield. For over 85 years, Farm Bureau Financial Services has been building relationships and protecting what matters most, and will continue to be here for you now and in the future. Contact a local Farm Bureau agent or visit fbfs.com/protect to learn more. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Wow. Well, KU goes with Ryland Griffin, A.J. Storr, DeJuan Harris, and I think, David Coit. Basically 4 guards. And that'll mean Joshua Jefferson, as Jefferson and Jackson both in. Jefferson will cover A.J. Storr, the Wisconsin transfer.
Second chance points, 14-5 Iowa State. Yeah. And 3 big ones there from Lipsy. Cyclones by 9. 4 minutes to go. Storr hands to Griffin out high on a weave. Now over to collect it is Coit. He shovels it off to Storr, who tries to drive, runs over Gilbert, and a blocking foul called on Keyshawn, who took a shot to the chest from Storr. And the foul on Keyshawn will be his 3rd.
Yeah, Keyshawn got hung up on a screen, and as he got over, he was a little late getting there.
6 of one, half dozen of the other.
Yeah,
Storr
close
to the free throw line.
Hard call. Calls in 2025 typically go to the offense unless it's super clear.
Kirk Jones in for Heisey. 3:52 left. 61-52. Storr, free throw, yes. Earns him the bonus. 61-53. Storr's second one is no good, and Jones hits the deck as he tried to tip the rebound. He got undercut and hits the deck hard, and then he tried to get a timeout. Let's see what they got. Jump ball. They never got tied up by anybody. I didn't see anybody tie him up. Kurt was laying on the floor trying to call a timeout, but Iowa State will have it on the alternate possession.
Randy McCall, I'm not sure what you saw there, unless we missed something, which is a possibility. Though it's a spot throw in. Iowa State does have possession arrow, but now it will revert to KU.
Jones brings it in, 3:48 to go. Iowa State, an 8-point lead in the ball. They'd love to get that lead back to double digits here. Gilbert, left side, defended by Harris. Keyshawn got a screen from Jackson, leaves it for Jackson, low left, poked away from him. Deshaun gets it back, it gets fouled by Storr. That's going to send Jackson to the free throw line.
That's 8th foul on the Jayhawks, so it's 1-1. Each team with 8, so they may have to weather some free throw shooting here by both teams. This one for Deshaun, and then each team with one more potential 1-1 before the double bonus kicks in.
Front end of the 1-1 for Deshaun Jackson is good. Boy, he's been terrific. 15 points on the night. A lot of that damage done at the free throw line. His second free throw try is short. The rebound to Griffin. 62-53 Iowa State. 3:24 to go. Storr cut off by Jackson on a left baseline drive. Bounces to Harris. Teardrop good. Harris able to score in the paint. And it's 62-55. Now against pressure, Lipsy brings it across. 7-point Cyclone lead, 3 minutes to go. Lipsy to the right wing, bounces to Jackson. Down the lane, layup wouldn't go. Got his own rebound, saved it in, and he was fouled by Storr again. Back to the free throw line goes Deshaun Jackson. Hustling all the way. Boy, just not conceding anything. So huge. Now another 1-1 for Deshaun.
But this is the final 1-1. 2:54 to play. And they're going to get Zeke Mayo in for Coit. Mayo, 17 points. Had a big first half. He and Kurt Jones both have not been able to score much. Only 3 for Mayo this half.
Free throw, front end of the 1-1. Good by Jackson again. 16 points for Deshaun Jackson, 63-55 Iowa State. Back end of the 1-1 is also good. 2 big free throws from Deshaun Jackson. And he's going to come out right here to a standing ovation. 64-55 Iowa State, 2:54 to go. Here's Harris. A pass to the right side, bringing it out of Storr. In trouble along the baseline, out to Mayo. Mayo to the right baseline, throws it out, deflected, but Harris up with it. Pass cross court into the corner. Driving is Storr. Tough shot, no. Rebound, Chatfield. 2:31 to go. Cyclones a 9-point lead of the ball. Jones throws it ahead to Lipsy. Taman up the left side of the floor, hits the brakes. Now they try to trap him, and he'll get the timeout. Good job by Taman being aware of the situation. 2:19 to go. 64-55 Iowa State.
And Iowa State down to 1 timeout remaining. Same as KU.
Yep.
But that's why we thought it should have been a timeout earlier when they called a held ball. Kind of worked out. Iowa State had the position arrow anyway. And now they still have a timeout left with 2:19 to play. And they were able to use one there. Well, we like to say Iowa grows corn, but really, corn grows Iowa, and in so many ways, including the fuel that got you to this game. When you fill up, pump it up with unleaded 88 and support Iowa corn farmers. Learn more at iowacorn.org.
One of your keys, Eric, was to dominate free throw points. And Iowa State has outscored Kansas by 11 at the line, and they lead it by 9.
17 on the shot clock. We just saw KU trap near midcourt. Let's see You got to be careful getting in the corner of midcourt.
Gilbert to throw it in. Goes to Chatfield between the circles. He hands off on the come around to Lipsy. 13 to shoot it. Lipsy way out high with it. Now to 9 to shoot. Lipsy around the left side with the dribble. Passes inside to Jefferson. Layup good.
The KU rolled the dice, went with 5 guards. And Iowa State got the mismatch with Jefferson inside.
66-55. Jefferson a big bucket. Now at the other end, knocked away. And Lipsy up with it for Iowa State. Throws it ahead. Jones a lob. Chatfield a two-hand dunk. Listen to this crowd. Timeout. Kansas. Brad Chatfield throws down a two-hand hammer. That is 68-55 Iowa State.
A big turnover for the Jayhawks right there. They had not turned it over for 10 minutes, but that was a big one.
Huge. Iowa State with its biggest lead at 13 with 1:43 to go. Jefferson got the layup off the really good pass by Lipsy. Then the turnover and the Chatfield dunk.
Well, Bill Self wanted to apply pressure, so KJ Adams was out. The biggest man on the court, Dickinson, was out. The biggest man on the court was A.J. Storr. And Iowa State ran some offense. But Jefferson, realizing he had a good post up, they tried to front him. And great pass over the top for the finish. That a pretty hard hammer of that nail.
No doubt. Still 1:44 to go, but Iowa State up by 13 now.
And answering the bell. I mean, if there's something about this team, when it comes to crunch time, man, they are just so good. So competitive. You know, people talk about, Nick Cronin talks about his players soft. He can't get them to play hard. And Jeff Van Gundy, who's obviously a great friend of TJ, he says, you know what, you want players to play hard? Recruit players to play hard.
Good idea.
You know, and TJ has certainly done that. And I'm not saying KU's not playing hard, because they most assuredly are.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. Both teams have battled here tonight. But Iowa State, a 13-point lead, looking very much like the number 2 team in the country here on their home floor.
How about Demarion Watson and what he gave?
Huge contribution. Yeah. All right, a little pressure here just to make Kansas work. Harris gets it across. Kansas has to attack quickly. Mayo has it knocked away from him, gets it back, drives it, knocked away again, and Jones saves it to Jefferson. Cyclones defended that very well. And now Kurt Jones is fouled in the backcourt by Mayo. And 2 shots coming for Curtis Jones. With 1:25 to go.
Kurt has not scored in the second half. That's the bad news. The good news is he still has 20. He hasn't lost any. Make it 21.
His free throw's good. He came in averaging 21 a game in Big 12 games, best in the league. And it's 69-55. And his second free throw is also good. And it's 70-55. Iowa State with 1:25 to go. Here's Harris. A quick pass to the right corner. Passmore hands it off for a moment, then gets rid of it to Griffin. He tries to drive it. Shovels to the left corner. They reverse it. Storr, a 3. No. Rebound Jefferson. He's been great on the glass.
That's 12 rebounds for Joshua.
1:05 to go, and Iowa State up 15. And listen to this crowd. They come to their feet here at Hilton Coliseum. And Keyshawn Gilbert killing clock just across half court. 15-point, the biggest lead of the night for Iowa State. Gilbert to the left side with the dribble. Drives it into the paint, knocked away, got it back out to Kurt Jones. 30-foot 3. Good! How about that for an exclamation point? 25 on the night for Curtis Jones. That is 73-55.
Wow.
Man. Another flurry. They close the first half of the flurry. They're closing the second half with 1-2.
11-0 run.
And now here's a handoff and a drive by Storr. And he puts it in off the glass. And we're down to 30 seconds. 1 second different shot clock and game clock. 73-57 Iowa State. Keyshawn Gilbert dribbles it across. 22 seconds. Gilbert just killing clock out high, and the crowd loving it. This is like taking a knee in football. Down to 10 seconds. Gilbert driving all the way in. Pass underneath to Jefferson. He's fouled. He'll have a chance for a double-double if he can knock down a free throw. 3.9 seconds to go.
Joshua Jefferson. We haven't even mentioned the fact that this past week, Big 12 Newcomer of the Week for the 4th time in the last 5 weeks.
Wow.
You got to name the award after him.
His free throw try rims out. He'll try one more.
He has, 5 double-doubles this season?
Yeah, looking for his 6th right here. And the free throw attempt is good. There it is, a double-double for Jefferson. And a 74-57 Iowa State lead. Griffin with 1 second takes it all the way in there, lays it in, but I think it doesn't count. He shot it too late. And the final score here at Hilton Coliseum. Iowa State ranked 2nd in the nation. A 74-57 victory over number 9 Kansas. For TJ Otzelberger, his 12th win over a top 10 team. He matches Johnny Orr for the most in school history. He also matches the Big O with 24 top 25 wins, the most in school history. Wow. And Iowa State has won more top 10 games in the TJ Otzelberger era than any team in college basketball. They win it 74-57 over Kansas. Back with the Integra Seed wrap-up show on the Cyclone Network from Learfield.
On the Cyclone